since you guys already have some knowledge about relationship because you guys already in relationship, so who should be the leader in the household?
To me, being submissive is that you take into consideration that you are no longer a single woman.
Do you think Filipina is more submissive as a wife?
I think so. Why do Americans come and marry a Filipina?
Okay, so you already have some experience living with a Filipina. Do you believe that Filipina is more submissive or more traditional wife?
Than a Western woman? Yes, by far, much more traditional.
Alright guys, so we have our first guest.
Oh, I am Cynthia Cortez. I'm 64 years old, a retired teacher, and a widow from the Philippines.
How long you been widow?
For almost 2 years already. I've been widow for almost 2 years.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay. Death is certain.
Yeah,
I have come to deal with it already.
that's true. So, first question, who should be the leader in the household since you already been married?
Oh yes, I always believe that the husband should be in charge of everything. He should be the head of the family. That's what I may sound like an old school, but that is what I believe in. The man should be the head of the family.
Next question, what does submissive means?
Submission. Well, I would not really say it's being submissive. To me, it is respect. Okay. When you say you are submissive, you submit or you respect the decisions of your husband. Being the head of the family, you would look at him as someone that you can really depend on. The wife is admonished to be submissive to his husband. Being submissive is that you take into consideration that you are no longer a single woman, that you have a husband to consider. So whenever you make decisions, you do not just decide on your own, but you have to make a decision that would also concern your husband, because you are no longer alone. You have with a partner, so you should see to it that your decision is in line, that you are going to one direction, so that your relationship would work.
I love that answer. Okay, last question, Ati. Do you think Filipina is more submissive wife?
Yeah, I would say yes. We are submissive in the sense that we always consider our husbands. Unlike, I hate to say this, but you know, the Caucasian people outside the Philippines, okay, they don't really, I wouldn't call it respect, but they really have themselves the priority. But for us, we always think of our husband. Just like me. Well, at work, I'm really a terror. I level with the men. I work in the field where it is male dominated. I go level with them. But when I come home, I'm always under my husband. I always depend on my husband. I look at my husband as the superhero. I look at my husband as the one in charge.
Wow.
Yes, and that way I feel sexy. I feel sexy feeling that way. Honestly, I feel sexy feeling that way. That I feel, oh, I am nothing without my husband.
Your husband was lucky back then, very lucky to have you.
Yes, and I was happy about it because of that, I felt that he really loves me, that he would be looking for me. Maybe that because of that trait, maybe because of that. But at work, I'm really a terror, you know. But at home, he's always the leader.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ate Cynthia.
You're welcome.
That was a good answers. And you are single for 2 years then?
Yes, I am already single and I miss being a wife again.
Would you consider dating a foreigner?
Precisely! That's what I want, because I don't want to go old alone. Just like a bow is to an arrow, a man is to a woman, useless one without the other.
Yeah, very honest. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ate, for your answer.
Oh, you're welcome.
you.
I'm so happy.
I'm Livia Pancho Caldwell, married to an American citizen.
Hello guys, I'm Vivian. I'm former Misunderstood.
Hi guys, I'm Isai and I'm in a relationship.
Yes.
Pregnant.
Something in the oven.
Baking.
All right, so first question, who should be the leader in the household?
No question about it. It's the man, it's the husband,
Ooh.
according to the Bible. Balik, balik.
For me personally, the man and the woman should have the equal rights in the household.
For me, who should be the leader? I guess the man, but also personally also it should be equal, you know. It depends on the situation too. If your husband is pasaway, you have to disagree. But you know, it depends. That's
Okay.
it.
So, question number 2, what does submissive means?
Submissive means for the wife to submit to his husband. It's not that you just tolerate everything that your husband do even if it's wrong, but it is respect and honoring your husband as the head of the family.
Same question.
Yeah, same question.
Submissive from the word submit. So it's both ways. So the husband can be submissive to the wife, or the wife can be submissive to the husband. It depends on the situation and the issue therein.
I guess I have Miss Universe candidates here. So, what can I say?
yeah.
Same question.
Same
What
question.
does submissive means?
Yeah, I guess Ate Livia says it all already. So, I guess the same, you know. I mean, it depends also in the situation. Even if your husband is the head of the family or, yeah, the relationship, it depends then. If you think the situation is you have to disagree, you have to let your husband knows, you know. And also in a relationship, you guys have should respect it to each other. So you know that's it.
They said that in relationship it needs two to tango. So it has both ways, you know. The husband should also listen to the wife, but not that the wife will dishonor his husband by, like, you know, Filipino. We are very talkative. Yeah, so it is not respect. That kind of thing is not respecting to the husband.
It should have gone. What
Yeah.
is relationship if you guys have don't what is relationship? Real relationship if you guys don't respect each other. You know, you as a wife, you have to listen, understand your husband, and you as a husband or partner, you have to listen to to your wife or partner. So to, you know, maintain great healthy great relationship. Yes.
Okay. All right, last question. Do you think Filipina is more submissive as a wife?
I think so. Why do Americans come and marry a Filipina? We are not
I like
submissive.
that. Very true.
Well, for me, it depends on the upbringing of the person and the personal value of the person also, of the woman herself.
Yeah, I guess like Filipinas are submissive, and it also depends with your husband. If you know your husband deserves it, like, you know, like sometimes there are husbands na they want their wives to be,
more loving and more understanding.
yeah, yeah, very good to give that submission, that yourself, all yourself to your husband, you know. But if your husband is like doesn't care about you, or you're just he commit to you just for company, I mean, you know, like you don't have the feeling to submit, But if you feel like your husband loves you so much and respects you, do you have also the feeling that you have to submit to your partner, 'di ba? Na parang you want them to feel that they are loved by you. Right?
All right, so we have another three beautiful guests. Can you guys introduce yourself to our viewers?
I am Glory Cortez. I am 58 years old. I'm married to my husband for almost 16 years.
Wow.
Charity, 30 years old, living together for a year now with my UK partner.
Hi, my name is Claire. I have a fiance. I'm engaged and we've been together 5 years, and then I'm 36 years old.
Since you guys already have some knowledge about about relationship because you guys already in relationship, so who should be the leader in the household?
Well, on my part, as far as leadership is concerned, my husband is the leader. He is the leader in the house, but it doesn't mean that he leads in everything. There are times that he will also make decisions, things that are very important. Like for example, if we make decisions like buying something, he makes a decision, but he also has to consult me. Like I'm the consultant.
Yes, I do agree with what Ate says. And yes, it should be the husband who should be the leader. But as the leader, it doesn't mean that he will do all the decisions. He has to ask the wife for verification, clarification, if this is correct or whatnot. Then, yeah, I think it's the husband should be the leader.
Idol. Yeah, I agree with that too. The leader is my partner, John. So for me, as a leader also is it's not like you just agree what he wants or something. It's just be fair. But the first thing is your husband. You just be agree what you are talking about, what your decision every day, what your like a plan in the future. That's it.
Second question, what does submissive means?
It's a big thing. Huh? It's like a very deep word. But as far as relationship between husband and wife or between sweetheart, submission can mean different things. But for me, as a wife, being submissive is to not actually just plainly say yes. You have to know why you are making that decision, and then when my husband says something, we sit down and talk. So he will always ask me, do you agree with me? Or it doesn't mean that he is pushing something like an idea for me to agree, and we have to have a discussion. It's always like a discussion, a long or it could be short, depends upon how that discussion goes. So that's being submissive mean to me.
Yes, and to add with Ate's answer, yes, you have to sit down and talk about, especially big decisions. You have to talk about it, and being submissive doesn't mean that you have to just say yes because he's the man or he's the one who earns money, and as a wife you stay at home. No, it's not like that. So submissive meaning that submit to him in a way that like balance decision. Yeah.
For me, a submissive is just just only one, respect each other. Like that's the submissive to me, because if you don't have respect each other and then you just be like your husband is or your partner is a leader, so it's important no, I mean that's my submissive is a respect as a couple.
I think that's the key of
Yeah.
as a submission to your husband, to respect him.
Yeah.
That shows that you submit to him. Yeah. All right. So last question: do you think Filipina is more submissive as a wife?
In some ways, maybe because we have our culture is different. Like we are very even in outside the Philippines. I've met so many different kinds of people, like couples, and then the bottom line is Filipinos, as we are raised in our homes, we are really taught to be very respectful. We obey our parents, and much more even if you already have your lifetime partner, you become you love each other, you respect each other, and bottom line is, that's part of the. It's like a recipe. That's part of the entire cooking process. But we are all work in progress. There's never a perfect relationship. Along the way there are humps and bumps, and you can talk about it. You might even, honestly, for me, we sometimes even disagree just to agree on one thing. And, it's just part of the process of building your home and in a relationship. Yeah.
Do you think Filipina is more submissive as a wife?
Filipina generally, no, not really, but that depends. That depends. Filipina, because when you say Filipina, it's the whole.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah. So I not all. So that depends.
How many percent you think are, still submissive wife?
I think it's 80. Something
80%,
80,
at
70
least,
or 80.
Oh, at least that's a big.
that's a good
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good number.
70 or 80% are Filipinas are submissive. And yeah, I don't think I have to explain further because
Ate already explained.
yes. Yes, I
Alright.
don't want to be redundant here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, for me it's yes. Just
Philip-
70% like that. I noticed that one too.
All right, guys. So we have another guest, Mike from Mike.
Philippine Retirement. They all say they watch my channel, but no one knows the name of my channel. Mike's Philippine Retirement.
Mike, my first question is, as a man, who should be the leader in the family?
Of course, the man should lead. The man should have all the financial responsibility. He should have the decisions of not what you do on an everyday basis, but where your life's going, the direction your life is going. He should direct and support.
Okay. Okay, next question. What submissive that means?
Submissive. Well, I'm going to change that. A lot of people think submissive is having a good wife who does everything that you want her to do, more or less a housekeeper, a maid that you don't pay for. I call her more of a traditional girl, and that's how Janet is, and a lot of the women here that I've met, they're more traditional. They put their family before themselves. Janet will take care of her son and me in that order, which is the way it should be. But her whole goal in a day is to wake up to make sure I have my coffee, I have my breakfast, make sure I've eaten. She cleans the house we live in. She takes care of all those duties that a woman, as a traditional role of a mother and a housewife, takes care of the home and the family.
All right, so you already have some experience living with a Filipina. Do you believe that Filipina is more submissive or more traditional wife?
Than a Western woman? Yes, by far, much more traditional. You got to remember, here in the Philippines, and a lot of developing countries, you don't need both parties earning a living. Where back home, where I come from in the U.S., both man and wife both had to work full-time jobs and make a good living to survive and have a comfortable life. Here in the Philippines, I make enough money to give us a comfortable life. So Janet, her job is to take care of the family, take care of me, take care of our home. And it works out fine. It's a great partnership. I don't consider Janet submissive or anything. I consider Janet my life partner. And, we share in everything. It's just, you don't want me cooking dinner because you're going to starve because it's not going to taste good. And I can't clean a bathroom. So blame my mom for not showing me how to do that. But Janet takes care of the house and the family.
Oh yeah, that's good. Thank you, Mike.
Well, thank you. Those are so easy questions.